With 28 distinct research and development programs and 6 clinical trials underway, Incannex is a busy clinical stage pharmaceutical company developing proprietary medicinal cannabinoid drugs and psychedelic medications to address unmet needs. Now, President and CEO Joel Latham is here with us to provide additional detail on one of the company's most exciting drug candidates, a potential treatment for obstructive sleep apnea. So, Joel, great to have you back with an update here. And let's talk about this particular treatment. It affects 900 million adults globally, and there are no FDA-approved prescription drugs to treat this condition. So explain your treatment and where it is in the process and how quickly this may provide some relief.
Well, first of all, Jane, it's a pleasure to be talking to you again, so thank you for your time. In relation to the opportunity for the drug that we have developed, there's significant upside potential here. As you mentioned, 900 million people globally suffering from obstructive sleep apnea with no registered pharmaceutical treatment options available. So we're in prime position here to completely disrupt a multi-billion-dollar addressable market with our novel dual combination product to target obstructive sleep apnea. We've been able to progress the asset quite rapidly, and we have some exciting plans on the horizon.
Oh, that is really interesting because I know people who suffer from this, and the only current treatment is this CPAP machine, this airway pressure machine, and it's uncomfortable. It's kind of an embarrassing thing if they're, visiting friends or something and spending the night. So, talk a little bit about your therapy and how that could be a game changer for patients.
Definitely. The current standard of treatment at the moment, as you said, is a CPAP mask. Has an extremely high non-compliance rate, can be quite expensive to be able to obtain it as well. So for us, we've decided to develop something where we can target 2 different mechanisms for reducing AHI, which is the primary endpoint for looking at obstructive sleep apnea, simultaneously. So we hypothesized by doing that and developing this with a soft gel capsule and being able to prove that it's safe and efficacious, that we're going to be a far more suitable option to the broader range of patients suffering from obstructive sleep apnea because it's safe, it's efficacious, as we've been able to prove to date so far. And instead of wearing a mask and being quite cumbersome, you take the capsule prior to going to bed. So we look forward to being able to continue with the development of this asset in larger scale clinical trials.
That could certainly be a game changer for so many people. And you recently delivered some remarkable phase 2 results for the IHL42X. So talk about what that treats and what the results said.
So that's the sleep apnea asset, IHL42X. So we completed a phase 2 study. Primary endpoint was the reduction in AHI, which is referred to as the apnea-hypopnea index. And we saw an average reduction across all trial participants of 50.7% relative to baseline. And there were 25% of patients that had a greater than 80% reduction compared to baseline. So truly groundbreaking and remarkable results that we've been able to deliver previously in our initial phase 2 study, and provides us with an immense amount of confidence to be able to rapidly progress the development of this asset further.
What are the next steps then from a research or a clinical study point of view or regulatory bodies? What happens?
Yeah, so we've been working quite closely with the FDA. We filed and opened our IND last year, and we've been scaling into commencing a phase 2, phase 3 pivotal study. So that's going to be across in excess of 50 sites with over 500 patients and across 6 different jurisdictions. So a truly global, multi-site, multi-jurisdictional pivotal phase 2, phase 3 trial that's being conducted under an open IND. We've been able to progress this at quite a rapid pace. We've onboarded the vast majority of trial sites, and we look forward to being able to provide an update in the very near future. So I want investors to look out for that, as we're going to have some quite unique updates in relation to this asset and the progress that we've been able to experience in the development of, in particular, the phase 2 component of the trial.
Yeah, no, very exciting. And I hope we'll be doing an interview when you start to get some of these results in to let everybody know about it. Where can people learn more about Incannex and then also this particular IHL42X?
Please visit our website, Incannex.com. It houses a lot of information in relation to all of our lead clinical assets. And I would suggest going to the tab for IHL42X In particular, we have a specific video, explainer video that we have built talking through the mechanism of action, the data that we have been able to generate, and the trajectory and the strategy of that particular asset. So extremely educational and informative for our current shareholders and prospective shareholders as well.
Okay, Joel, thank you so much. And I look forward to updates on this as the progress goes through the rest of the year. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Jane.
Thanks.